What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of our NBA 2K22 Road to the GOAT series. So, we need one more tier 2 victory, and we're going to try and get it in this video here. So, our matchup is the Denver Nuggets versus the Brooklyn Nets, and I am the Denver Nuggets. Originally, when the season first started, and even before the season started, the Nuggets were ranked tier 1, but now they have dropped to tier 2. So I thought it would be a good opportunity to play with them, and just to my surprise, or just to my luck, I get faced against a tier 1 team, which is the Brooklyn Nets. But I would consider the Denver Nuggets a tier 1 team. I don't have no issue playing with them in tier 1 or tier 2. They're a pretty solid team. They have a couple shooters, they have guys who get to the rim, and they have Nikola Jokic, so it's not that hard to play with them. So you can see we're getting off to a quick start here. We've hit a couple threes, and my opponent not looking too good. Come halftime, 32-21. I'm shooting 54%, 17 rebounds, 10 assists. So we're doing what we have to do. But my opponent is still in this game. So I have to try and play better defense and get better shots on offense, because we're not looking too good. So now Jokic going to work on Blake Griffin. I was trying to go at this matchup, but my opponent was playing pretty good defense to where I really couldn't get him involved. But I had to try and look for other guys to get shots and score points for us. So Monte Morris, you guys already know about Will Barton. This guy is just a sniper from deep, and my opponent is going to call it quits. 46-31, and we get our last tier 2 victory. So now let's move on to the real matchup. So 3 games in tier 1 that we need to win, and it should be a interesting time. So this is the first time I am going with the Boston Celtics in 2K22, and look who I get matched up against. I believe that's the 14-15 or whatever year that is, Cleveland Cavaliers 15-16 against the Boston Celtics. Now, off bat, I'm gonna tell you up front that this current Boston Celtics team does not deserve to be tier 1. I mean, if you play with them, you look at their roster in a 2K sense, they do not deserve to be tier 1, because they don't have a lot of guys who are highly overrated, and they have a couple injuries plaguing them right now. So it's kind of hard for me to play with them in tier 1. But I said, because I'm in the lower seeds, this is a good opportunity for me to experiment with teams that aren't highly rated in their current tier. But if I wouldn't play with this team in the last 3 leagues you have to go through. But nonetheless, we have a big challenge in front of us. This is probably the biggest challenge in this Play Now Line series, and even in last year, because this Cavaliers team, it's going to be hard to beat them. They have LeBron James, Kyrie Irving, and Kevin Love, and then that supporting cast around them. They could definitely get the job done. So my opponent, of course, coming into this game, he has to know that he's won this game. Like, it's nothing he could really do wrong to lose this game. But I'm not gonna go out without a fight, man. I'm gonna try my best to win the game, and I'm just gonna adjust to what my opponent is doing. So nice dunk by Marcus Smart there. We were struggling to score on offense because the Cavaliers defense is pretty good on here as well. So score 2-4. I get the rebound. He gets the steal with Kevin Love, kicks it out to LeBron James. And I'm like, man, I don't know why that happened, because I should have just protected the ball there. So our first issue in this game is that Kyrie was just going off and just cooking us. And look at this here, Dennis Schroeder, don't know why we switched, and Tristan Thompson gets the foul and the bucket to go. So I have to go into the settings. I need to make sure everything is right, because this is a type of game that you cannot really afford any huge mistakes. Now, you get away with a 1 or 2 mistakes here or there, but when you're going up against this Cavs team, you need to make sure that you're playing at your A1 game. So 9-2, I'm not playing at my A1 level. I'm not playing at my top level, but it's understandable when I have the Boston Celtics, and the only person I could probably really rely on is Jason Tatum, and he dunks it over LeBron James. Speaking of Jason Tatum, so pretty good dunk by him now, just going to close the lead for us a little bit and keep us in the game. But look at Kyrie here. I started off playing man-to-man, and Kyrie was just eating it up, man. It was just ridiculous. And even if Kyrie didn't score, most likely my opponent got the offensive rebound, because I was out of position on the rebounding. So It was tough. This first quarter was really tough. You can see he's pulling away. Now I only have 4 points, and it's like what, like 2 minutes remaining, less than 2 minutes remaining in the first quarter. So this team really can't shoot like that. Jason Tatum is the only one I could really rely on, and I just have to find production somewhere else. But I'm not going to give up. I know this game is going to be a tough one for me to play. Win or lose, this is like a learning experience. And this is like why I like to play some of these games, because I like to learn from my opponent and adjust and strategize. So that way, if I run into it next time, I'm prepared and I know I can definitely get the victory. But sometimes, depending on, or no matter the team you pick, you just end up losing the game. So it's just one of those things. So you can see 8-17, first quarter winding down. We have switched to a zone, and that is Kevin Love knocking down that corner 3 ball. So I started out with a 3-2 zone because the man defense was not working. And I said, okay, I need to try and stop drive penetration. So if I have a wall at the perimeter of the key or at the top of the 3-point line, you can't really penetrate the paint like that. But the 3-2 was not working as expected. The guys, they were like sagging so far off. I don't know why. And look at LeBron James there. I knew it was coming. He gets the bucket and the foul to go as well. So later on in the video, I did go to a 2-3 zone because the corners of the court were left so exposed, man. It was ridiculous. So I went to a 2-3 zone, and I had to play it a bit of a unique way. So how I played the zone was that I was mainly focused on the guys at the top of the key. So that was the point guard and the shooting guard. And depending on what Kyrie did, I would switch between them and try and shade Kyrie to the side that had the most defenders, so that way it would be a much more difficult shot for Kyrie. But you're gonna see it here in clips, and we're gonna see if that strategy actually worked. But this is like my thought process when I'm playing games like this, where it's going to be a little bit challenging for me. So right now, defense, it's looking decent, I guess, but we give up the offensive rebound there, and he makes the score 28-11. So now Marcus Smart bringing the ball up. My opponent is playing aggressive defense. He's still in the man defense. Marcus Smart to the rim, getting the basket to go, and we get the foul call. So now we're only down by 14 points. Smart again gets the steal, and now we're on the fast break opportunity. Pump fake, I believe that's Robert Williams getting that bucket to go, dunking it down with one hand. Now we're just trying to cut down on this lead. And I think my opponent made a bit of mistake here. He took all of his starters out. I don't think he needed to do that. Jason Tatum in the corner of the court for a 3 ball. Now we're only down by single digits. But yeah, he took them out for no reason. He took all of them out. I would have left 1 or 2 guys in, but that's just me. Everyone plays different. So now, after being down like 17 points, we're only down by 4, but Kyrie is going to extend that lead right back. And I'm like, dang, man, this is going to be very hard because my opponent could take off anytime, but I'm just trying to hang in there. And that was my main objective for this game. Just hang in there. We don't need to take the lead, but we just have to do what we need to do to hang in this game. Whether we're down by like 4 or 5 points, I think that's acceptable. Come fourth quarter, that's when we have to really turn up. So look at the zone defense here. I'm shading, I'm trying to shade, I'm trying to play off ball. I'm switching between Smart and Josh Richardson because I had Josh Richardson in because I thought he could shoot a little bit. You can see I don't play good defense there because I should have stepped up with Marcus Smart, but he probably would have passed it to Iman Shumpert. But things you just have to live with. Jason Tatum again, corner 3 ball. I'm telling you, this was the only reliable guy in this game for me. Everyone else was iffy or they were just not there. Tatum again, another 3-pointer, only down by 4 now. So now we're looking good. So back to that 2-3 zone. Okay, this is Marcus spot right here. Marcus Smart spot right here, excuse me. So I'm guarding Kyrie. I'm saying, okay, I could let him drive. Good defense there. Kevin Love gets a 3-second call in the paint, and now it's our ball. So I could let Kyrie drive. Once Kyrie goes past me, I just have to let him go. Now, he does a good job of recognizing that I'm playing a little bit off and pulls a 3-pointer with Kyrie Irving, and he got that 3-point shot to go. So smart on my opponent there. Fast break opportunity for us. That's Williams again, making the game 32-37. So now we're back on offense. Let's see what we can get here. And I believe my opponent went to a zone, and I'm not sure why he went to a zone, but Tatum once more. 3-point lead for him now. But yeah, he went to a zone for no reason when I didn't really think he needed to go to a zone. He was just fine playing a man, and we're just scoring on his defense easily because it seems like he was just trying to focus on Jason Tatum only. And I just don't know why, because although Tatum is very good, it's not like LeBron James and this Kyrie and this Cavaliers team, because there's other players available for him. So I can't really double team, but I can understand why he double team, because Tatum is the only respectable, I guess you could say, Celtics player on this team that provides a scoring threat. So fourth quarter is here now, 38-39. The defense is looking good. Kyrie misses that 3-point shot. We're on the offensive possession now. Tatum, he comes with the double team, wide open. Don't know why he kept coming with that double team. He was giving up a lot of easy points. But I'm just going to take that, and we finally have taken the lead, and we just need to hold on to it. So 2-3 zone. LeBron James decides not to pull that shot. I'm kind of surprised. He has guys open. That's Schrumpert, and he probably should have taken that shot with LeBron James in the corner of the court. So we kind of get bailed out there, but our defense is looking good. Horford trying to cut to the rim. 40-39, 1-point lead for me. I'm looking for a scoring option, moving the ball around. Horford against Schrumpert. That one is going to go in for us. 42-39. Looking good, man. So the game is winding down. Kyrie has the ball, top of the key. I say, okay, he could drive, but we need to recover on the guys on the outside of the perimeter. LeBron James open in the corner. Kevin Love getting double teamed. My opponent doesn't really know what to do. He wants to take his time. Schrumpert, again, I'll live with that, and he misses it once more. Now we're on the fast break opportunity. Get into the rim. That is smart, and we can't get the bucket to go, but we do get the foul call. So now, Smart can definitely help us extend this lead. Not the best free throw shooter, but hopefully it's enough to make 2 out of 2 on this free throw trip here. Second free throw is up, and it is good. That one kind of looked off, but fortunately for us, it did go in. So 44-39. I might have this game sealed up, but that's Kyrie Irving in the corner of the court. Finally, my opponent has hit a 3-pointer, and he is only down by 2 points. Would you have expected me to make something out of this game with a team like this? And Horford is just going to throw it down. But like I said, it just all depends on the type of opponent you're playing against. Like this guy, he had a really good team, but who knows? Like, I don't know his skill experience like that. So Channing Frye, I believe, goes to work down low against Enes Kanter, and now my opponent is only down by 2 points. Most of this game, or majority through this video, I was always down, but now I'm up by 2. Jay Rich in the corner. I couldn't get that one to go. I know Josh Richardson could shoot a little bit. LeBron James over Jason Tatum, and that's going to tie things up. But I needed that 3-point shot right there. So I said, okay, let's slow things down. Let's try and get a good shot. Horford, tough shot over Kevin Love, and he gets it to go. 48-46 now. LeBron James says he wants to do something with the ball. So I'm playing off with the center. I'm there, but I don't want to foul LeBron James. So I just put my hands up and I'll let him, tie the game up. I'd rather that than to foul him and he hits a free throw, right? That give him a 1-point lead. So now, last possession in the quarter here in the fourth quarter. I'm wasting time. I don't need anyone to do anything just yet until I give the go. And now I get the go. I call for a pick and fade with Jay Rich, but I see Kanter cutting in. Easy layup, and I can't get it to go. And we are going to overtime. Oh my goodness. It was an easy layup for Kanter, but they gave him such a difficult animation to work with. So now we're in overtime. Tatum, body in LeBron James, gonna give us that 2-point lead. On offense again, Tatum. I seen him in the corner of the court, thought he might have had a 3-pointer, but I said, okay, let me dump it down low to Marcus Smart, and I am going to extend the lead. And one more thing to mention also is that I think I did a pretty good job of managing my guys' stamina and, calling timeouts when I needed them to get some rest. So you can see 54 to 48. We're pulling away with this one in overtime, and my opponent has just given up. Stupid shot by me there. I should have just took the layup. But yeah, I surprisingly won this one. I'm pretty sure before the game started, my opponent had all the confidence in the world, but you know, I strategized, I really thought about what I wanted to do, and we ended up winning this one. Now, this is in the lower leagues, but I wouldn't expect this to happen against in the greatest of all time. So, but thank you guys for watching. I will see you in the next video, and I would like to say I really appreciate the support you guys have been giving me. So, I will see you next time.